Yo, what is up guys? It is Bumfris, back with episode 104 of our Reddit series. This one's gonna be some VaxxHappened, and I know you're gonna love this one. We are treading into some literally dangerous waters with this episode, something we haven't done for a long time, so I know you guys are gonna enjoy it, so make sure to smash the like button if you enjoy. Also, you get 75 Bumfris points. Now sit back, relax, and get annoyed at some anti-vaxxers. Why does everyone say that unvaccinated kids are just gonna drop dead in a second? This is a blatant lie and misinformation. Unvaccinated kids are going to be fine until they turn 30 or more, and then they're going to catch chickenpox from some kid, but their bodies won't be ready for the virus, so they'll die slowly in a hospital, burning up, wishing they were dead, but if they're lucky to survive, they'll have severe disabilities and scars for the rest of their lives. Have fun! Seriously, you cannot tell me there is a better way to start an episode of VaxxHappened rather than somebody taking the absolute piss out of a bunch of anti-vaxxers. Unfortunately though, as much as I hate to say it, you're about to get your daily dose of anti-vaxxers, so here it goes. With every fiber of my being and every ounce of strength I have, I will protect my children from those who cast aside all reason and force inject them with a substance so foul that it must have been concocted by the devil himself. As God is my witness, no one will ever come near my children with a needle unless it is over my dead body. Do you think I'm extreme? Do you just think I woke up one day and decided to oppose one of the most powerful industries in the world? Do you think I read a mummy blog and thought, that sounds right, I'm going to go with it? No. Hours, days, months spent in sweat and tears researching, thinking, God, is this true? Can this be? How can the system be this corrupt? Wanting with everything in me for it not to be true. Searching, trying to find proof that it's just a conspiracy. The grief that comes with finding out that it isn't. That we are willfully, unknowingly poisoning our children. What a grand deception. Too evil to comprehend. Then, what do I do with that information? Do I keep it in, hold my tongue while loving parents are being lied to and children are dying? While the autism rates skyrocket from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 32? Do you think I enjoy the ridicule that comes with speaking out on this taboo issue? Do you think I have anything to personally gain from doing this? I speak out because children are being harmed, and for that reason, I will never be silent. But do you know what is extreme? Mandating a product that comes with severe risks that has never been through a placebo study. Silencing a top CDC scientist who came out saying that they had committed scientific fraud, saying that vaccines are linked to autism and having 10,000 documents to prove it. The bought out media blatantly lying and twisting the facts to fit pharma agendas, which is to have vaccines mandated across the country by next year. Look up Healthy People 2020. That is extreme. And this fight matters because it's not going to end with vaccines. We will lose the right to parent our children in the way we see fit. We will lose our rights one after the other if we do not link arms and take a stand against the powers that be. Man, the passion that came through in that post, it just really got me revved up, you know? I'm really thinking about everything that she said and I'm just thinking, maybe she's right. Maybe being an anti-vaxxer is the way forward. Or, alternatively, you could use some level of common sense, maybe do some actual research instead of fake research and, vaccinate your children like a normal person. Also, huge assumption in using the word she in what I just said, but it just seems like there's so many mums that are anti-vax as opposed to, males that are anti-vax, and on top of that, the amount of Facebook groups there are for mums against anti-vax, I couldn't be far off, right? Please help. My little brother is a pharmacist and his wife is due with their third baby next week. They just informed the family that we will not be able to be around the baby if we haven't had a current DTaP shot. This basically means that me and my kids are banned, but everyone else who blindly follows can go and see the baby. I knew this would eventually happen, but I'm not even sure where to start when I have a discussion with my brother. Because the problem is, he thinks he knows everything. Where do I even start the discussion on this topic? I have a great idea. How about you do exactly as your brother said? After all, he is a pharmacist and either don't see the kids or go and get yourself and your kids vaccinated. Honestly, if you want to put his kid at risk, then you don't deserve to see his kid in the first place. Don't make this about yourself and just do the right thing for a change. Hello friends, so I need advice. My daughter, who is 5, nearly 6, has been feeling sick lately. She's complaining about headaches, that her muscles hurt, and I think she had pink eye and rashes. She didn't eat yesterday, but she did have a pretty big meal on Saturday. Do you have any advice on how I could help her? I usually wait these things out and just let them heal on their own, but she seriously won't do anything but cry about it. She refuses to play, and when I try and distract her with YouTube videos, it only works for so long. Her school also kicked her out because she's a danger to other students. Stupid, but I don't care. If her school doesn't want her, we don't want them either. What should I do about her sickness? I mean, first of all, if you can't distract your kids with the YouTube videos, they're clearly not watching my videos, and honestly, that is the first and probably only thing you're doing wrong in this entire story. Oh, I mean, aside from the fact that your daughter is like as sick as anything because you refuse to vaccinate her and do the right thing by her, but you know, that's nothing compared to not watching my videos. With 3 unvaccinated adult children and 3 unvaccinated granddaughters, all extremely healthy, I will continue to question everything that I put into my body as they will. There is plenty of evidence to show us that playing God with the human body and with our planet is dangerous. The human body is self-developing, self-maintaining, and self-healing. It needs no help and no interference. And yet, you are wearing glasses in your profile picture. Man, I was gonna go on about how this person just completely burned this anti-vaxxer, but honestly, she just burnt herself, right? If this ain't the best example ever of a you played yourself meme, then I don't know what is. And honestly, the life of most anti-vaxxers is just a big you played yourself meme, let's be real. Well, I stood my ground. I became a widow July 2017. My husband and I chose not to vaccinate either of our 2 girls, who are 3 and 1 and are very healthy. So I started dating this guy and things were great, but when it came to vaccines, he is a total pro-vax. No matter what I showed him, he said he'll never change. So last night, he broke up with me. Not because of anything other than I do not vaccinate my children, and I would refuse to vaccinate any children we had together. My heart is not broken for myself, but for my children who grew so close to him, looking for a single dad who doesn't vaccinate. What gets me about this is the fact that she thought it wasn't a big enough deal for him to break up with her over, yet somehow, the entire anti-vax movement is important enough to you to make a rubbish post on Facebook about how bad this dude is. I fear for the kids of anti-vaxxers not just because they don't vaccinate them, but because their parents are so stupid and that they believe in such a stupid movement that honestly, there really can't be that great a quality of life. I mean, on the flip side, at least they're not flat earthers, right? If there's some kind of positive you can take away. My friend is a doctor. He knows my son is vaccine injured. He looked me dead in the face tonight and says, and I quote, "I'll get paid an extra $40,000 to vaccinate 100 kids, so I don't care. I'm doing it." I didn't even know what to say to this. People like this are what is wrong in this world. I mean, usually I'd be full of things to say, but honestly, this one has just completely got me lost for words. This is not only a new low, but this is one of the worst ways I've ever seen somebody push an agenda in my life where they bring doctors and money and ridiculous things into it that clearly didn't happen, but I mean, each to their own, right? Amen. Medical degrees mean nothing. They cannot and will not guarantee that your vaccine will be A-OK. Nope, never gonna happen. They are never going to guarantee that your child won't react or die from poison shots. Nope, their degree means nothing to me and mine. Hashtag believe mothers, hashtag no vaccines, hashtag vaccine injury. And a pilot going to flight school to properly learn how to fly planes means nothing either. I can go online and learn how to fly just as good as they can, if not better. You see how stupid that sounds? You know, I've always thought that discrediting doctors or discrediting any profession was the best way to get your point across. You know, preach like you know absolutely everything when in reality, you know nothing. How can anyone argue with somebody that dumb? You just can't. ER nurse here. I had a 3-year-old come in with a terrible flu. The kid already had asthma and other breathing issues from being premature. The kid absolutely needed the flu shot annually. Well, the mum was adamant against it. I was in triage and the kid was breathing about 60 a minute and pale as can be. Fever of 104 that the mum said started a couple of days ago, but she refused to give Tylenol or Motrin because the stuff is poison. Well, her kid was severely septic, ended up intubated and died 4 days later in the PICU. You know, there's always 2 sides to every argument, and this story alone should be enough to completely debunk the entire anti-vax movement, or at least have the anti-vaxxers show some kind of compassion or maybe even some kind of sense to the viewpoint that they're actually taking. But instead, they'll probably still find a way to blame it on vaccines, even though obviously that's not the case, but I mean, you never know how low they're gonna stoop, right? I saw kids dying daily from measles in Kenya. I saw a woman carrying her child 30 miles on her back to get him vaccinated. First world parents who don't vaccinate are spoiled fools. Sometimes I wonder if the anti-vaxxers ever stop and think, there is actually something out there that can prevent my kid or myself or whoever it is from getting these horrible diseases that have plagued the earth for such a long time. And maybe it would be a good idea for me to do my part in society and actually get myself vaccinated or get myself immunized from this. But honestly, that's just wishful thinking because there's never a chance that you're going to turn an anti-vaxxer around. Alright everyone, that is that for today's episode of I Just Completely Lost Faith in Humanity. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for watching and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I didn't really get any suggestions for this one as such, it was just something that I did a while ago and people really enjoyed it. It obviously got demonetized super quick, so I'm pretty sure the same thing will happen with this one, but that's okay. At the end of the day, we're making videos for you guys and as long as you guys are enjoying, that's the only thing that matters. In the interest of mixing things up, I'm probably going to do a commentary in the next couple of days like I did with the J-Station one. Funny story about that, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I did take the video down for a couple of different reasons, but no biggie. We're going to be back with something bigger and better, not necessarily about him, but we'll do something, interesting, an interesting commentary topic, a little face cam, because you guys seem to love that when I did it. Otherwise though, I will let that wrap things up for today's episode of VaxxHappened. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and if you haven't already, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, so join the Bumfris army today. But yes, I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow most likely with some entitled parents, but like I said, commentary coming soon, you guys are gonna love it, so get pumped for that. Anyway, again, have a great day, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.